Good morning. We are just off the coast of Brazil. That's a pilot that's come to help get us in, and we're, I guess, at the about the southernmost point I had been at before. We're in Brazil, just off the mouth of Rio de Janeiro. This is I only recently learned this. This is uh, it's supposed to be a river. When the explorers came here, they thought it was a river because of the shape of the mouth of it, and so the name just stuck. So there's a place coming up right here. Uh, it's almost coming into view where all the old slave trade used to happen. Brazil, um, a huge amount of slave labor because of uh, sugar cane, and uh, for a couple hundred years, they just loaded tons and tons of slaves. Not the first they tried the indigenous folks, that wasn't enough. Then they went over to Africa and started grabbing people. And it's a beautiful place. If you haven't been here before, this is we're just coming into the city now, and there's a lot here to see. I was here about 10 years ago, and it's an extraordinary place. These mountains swell up all of a sudden, and uh, further on, when we get into the city, there's the Christ the Redeemer statue that most people are familiar with, and it's up on a hill like that, and there's a moon up there somewhere, and the um, it's the kind of the sister statue to Portugal. The Portuguese ran this for pretty much the whole time. There was an attempt by the French to take it at one point, but that didn't work. And yeah, it's uh, it's kind of an oddly shaped coastline, and I'm sure that attracted everyone's attention. But it's it's got a lot of natural beauty here. We're going to be going up the coast quite a ways, much farther than I've ever gone. I've seen only a few parts of Brazil, and every time I get down here, I'm so impressed with everything that this place has, and it's just such a vibrant city. As you can see, it once it gets started, it extends. About 12 million people here, something like that now. And I saw a shot of it the other day without all these apartments, and it's just it's kind of digitally subtracted them all. It must have just been gorgeous. All these sandy beaches and big mountains. Um, yeah, it was. This is It's an old Randy Newman line from a song called Political Science that said, "South America stole our name." This was actually the first place. It was Amerigo Vespucci, if you remember from your, I guess, high school classes, that uh, came down here and started exploring. And he was a Portuguese hired by the Italians, pretty common at the time. Other people coming into town now, and there you go. And he's, shortly thereafter, he got all the Americas named after him. He apparently didn't have sense enough to name the Gulf of Mexico after himself, but that's been addressed. And yeah, I think there's just a lot of beautiful things to see if you ever get the chance to come down here. Um, it's wild. If you've ever been to Carnival in in Venice or to Mardi Gras in New Orleans. You know how much fun and how extraordinary that can be. But I must say, there's nothing to compare with what the people here in Rio do, and Brazil generally when it comes to Carnival. So now we're going to be in Brazil for quite a while, and this was it's such a big country. You know, I forget myself sometimes when I go to places how extraordinary they are. So even though a lot of times we say we've been somewhere, it's very often worth a revisit because there's so much you don't see in it first time around. So let's see what we see this time.